Today I'm going to show you how to solve multi-step equations. Okay, so in this example, 8x minus 6x minus 25 equals negative 35. Our goal is still the same. We want to get x by itself. But in this example, we can combine 8x minus 6x first because it's on the same side of the equal sign. So then you have 2x minus 25 equals negative 35. And then you solve it just like you would a two-step equation. Save the variable for last. So we're going to do plus 25 on both sides, plus 25 on both sides. So negative 25, positive 25 cancel out. So on the left side, I'm left with 2x equals negative 35 plus 25 is negative 10. And then we're going to, opposite of 2 times x is divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is x, 1x. And negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. So x equals negative 5. So you have to check the problem. So you would do 8 times negative 5 minus 6 times negative 5 minus 25. Does all that equal negative 35? So 8 times negative 5 is negative 40, minus 6 times negative 5 is negative 30, minus 25. So minus a negative turns into a big plus sign. So negative 40 plus 30 is negative 10, and negative 10 minus 25 is negative 35. Here's another example just like the previous one. So with the equation, on the same side of the equation, I can combine negative 4n minus 8n. And when we do that, we get negative 12n plus 17 equals 23. And then we solve the two-step equation. Minus 17, minus 17. So that cancels out. And you're left with negative 12n on the left side equals 23 minus 17 is 6. And then we're going to divide by negative 12. Divide by negative 12. 6 divided by negative 12 is negative 1/2. So n equals negative 1/2. This example, don't get thrown off because you see fractions. Let's take care of that first. So 2/3 minus 1/3. So 2/3 minus 1/3 is 1/3 x. Then rewrite the rest of the problem. Plus 11 equals 8. Now we're going to subtract 11 from both sides. So that cancels out. So I'm left with 1/3 x equals 8 minus 11 is negative 3. I'm going to divide by 1/3, which is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So multiply times 3 over 1. That cancels out, so you're left with x on the left side. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. So x equals negative 9. In this example, we need to distribute. So I want to distribute the 2. So 2 times 1 is 2, minus 2 times 5x is 10x. I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. Now I'm going to combine my constants, my whole numbers. So 2 plus 4. So I have negative 10x plus 6 equals negative 8. Split the equation and solve the two-step equation. So minus 6, minus 6. So I have negative 10x equals negative 14. Divide by negative 10, divide by negative 10. So we could simplify this. So x equals positive 7/5. Okay, here's a word problem. Use the table to find the number of X miles you need to run on Friday so that the mean number of miles run per day is 1.5. So I know my mean is going to be 1.5. So I have Monday, I ran 2 miles plus 0 miles plus 1.5 plus 0 plus x. And when we find the mean or the average, we divide by how many we have. So I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so I want to divide by 5. I'm going to put the numerator in parentheses. I want to clear out the denominator. So the opposite of dividing by 5 is multiplying by 5. So multiplying by 5 over 1 would cancel out the 5's. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So 1.5 times 5 is 7.5. So on the left side, when I combine 2 plus 1.5 plus x, I'm going to have 3.5 plus x equals 1.5 times 5 is 7.5. Now I solve for x to find out how many miles I need to run on Friday. So minus 3.5 minus 3.5. So 7.5 minus 3.5 is 4. So I need to run 4 miles on Friday, so I get my average miles per day as 1.5. Here's another problem where we need to distribute the negative 3. So distribute the negative 3 to the x and negative 3 to the 2. So I have negative 3x minus 6 plus 5x equals negative 9. Now from here I combine my like terms. Negative 3x plus 5x is 2x. So now I have 2x minus 6 equals negative 9. Split the equation. Plus 6, you always do the inverse operation when you're going over that line. So my left side I have 2x equals negative 9 plus 6 is negative 3. And then I'm going to divide by 2. Divide by 2. So x is negative 3 over 2, or negative 1.5, or 1.5. Okay, here's another one where we need to distribute and then combine like terms again. So 5 plus 1.5 times 2d is 3d minus 1.5 equals 0.5. I can combine my whole numbers. So whole number 5 minus 1.5. Okay, so I have 3d plus 3.5 equals 0.5. Then I'm going to subtract 3.5, subtract 3.5. So my left side, I'm left with 3d equals, so I'm thinking in my head, I'm going to flip it around. So I know my answer is going to be negative. 3.5 minus 5 is 3, and then I'm going to divide by 3 to get d by itself. So negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1, so d equals negative 1. And let's try this problem here. You scored an 88, a 92, and 87 on 3 tests. Write and solve an equation to find the score you need on the 4th test so that your mean test score is 90. So we know our mean, we want that to be 90. We have an 88, we have a 92, we have an 87, and we're going to take a 4th test. We're going to divide that by 4. I like to put the top in parentheses. I'm going to clear the denominator, so the opposite of dividing by 4 is multiplied by 4. As you do one side, you do to the other. So when I add up 88 plus 92 plus 87, I get 267 plus x equals 90 times 4 is 360. And now I'm going to subtract 667. So x equals 93. I need to get a 93 on the 4th test, so my mean score, my average score will be a 90. I hope this helped you solve multi-step equations. Have a great day.